Right. Hi everyone, I am Louise Ali, Business Director, Digital PR Business Director at PrettyGreen. We bring together PR, influencer and events to quite literally connect brands with culture to drive commercial impact. Now, starting off with an undeniable truth, consumer confidence is at an all-time low between cost of living, inflation, political uncertainty. And people are feeling frustrated, they're skeptical, and they are far less receptive to being sold to. People don't want brands to talk at them, they want brands to understand them, to help them, to reflect the reality in which they live. And this is a space that PR plays really well in. Now, all of the other people that you're about to see, they all play an important role when it comes to culture, but to be the best at capturing culture, you absolutely need to be able to tell great stories that earn attention, that can connect with audiences and your people in a way that makes them really care. Because capturing culture isn't about just being seen, it's about being felt, and that is why PR wins. So culture happens fast. It can be reactive, emotional, it can sometimes be a bit messy. So if you really want to capture it, you've got to be able to connect with people in real time. And we have loads of tools to help us do that, to tap into people's outrage and humour, their empathy, their curiosity. And PR can move at the speed at which people feel things. So whilst all those other guys that you're about to see are all planning and preparing for how they're going to enter the conversation, PR is already out there, shaping it fast across multiple platforms, influencing how people understand what's happening, what it means to them, how they feel about it. And that is capturing culture. Now, it may feel that in times of economic uncertainty that brands might feel the need to shift their budgets towards more functional product-led advertising or performance media, but actually that can be really damaging to brand building because really when trust and confidence is low, that's when brand matters more than ever. And PR is a great way of rebuilding that trust because we are going out there and we are getting the attention without actually paying for it, we're earning it. And of course, scale does matter, but when you think about these big cultural moments like the World Cup or Stranger Things finale or the next James Bond film, everyone's jumping on the brand wagon. We're going to make that term work, aren't we? And every brand, every budget, every channel, and that is a big problem because in these times of peak attention, it's actually paid attention can potentially feel a bit cheap and inauthentic, whilst earned attention can become super powerful. And PR doesn't earn that attention by shouting the loudest or buying up the most space. We earn it by adding something worth saying to the stories and the conversations that people are already having. I should get some extra time for that. Yeah, it's not moving. I am. It's a battery, I bet. Oh, there we go. Like, for example, when Oasis reformed, Lidl took that moment and owned it by creating the Lidl by Lidl jacket. And it was playful, emotionally intelligent, and it was something that people genuinely wanted to talk about and share. Or when the mood of the nation was low and anxious because the government were announcing budget cuts, we worked with Labara to lift the mood of the nation by bringing out the Smarter Cuts pop-up hairdressing salon with the lovely hairdresser Nikki Clark. And that was great because that tapped into conversations that people were having around cost of living while staying completely aligned to the brand and their values. And these campaigns, they didn't do well because of where they were. They did well because they were stories worth telling. And that is the beauty of PR. And you should never underestimate PR because in today's world, we are more powerful and more measurable than we have ever been because of the way that we can influence when people are searching for things. We can influence what they find on AI and on Google. So not only are we culturally fluent, but we are able to deliver a measurable impact at pace without the eye-watering budgets. And we are also, we don't just stick brands into these cultural moments, we are able to create stories that helps to humanize them. We take big abstract issues like climate change, cost of living, parenthood, and we turn them into stories that people can recognize in themselves. And that's really important because that's how memory structures are built, not for exposure, but for emotion. A great example is our Peppa Pig campaign. Now, when Mummy Pig announced her pregnancy, she was mirroring real life experiences of families across the UK, from sharing your first sonogram to doing a rather extreme gender reveal by lighting up Battersea Power Station. But all of a sudden, it was no longer just a storyline in a kid's cartoon. It became a national talking point, and it resulted in 81% of parents agreeing that the Peppa Pig family were cultural icons, and we created a moment in itself where other brands wanted to piggyback off of it, including Lego, John Lewis and Burger King. So we created our own cultural moment, and that didn't happen because of reach, but happened because of resonance. And that is where PR really pulls ahead, because we don't just chase reactive moments, we don't chase culture, we create cultural moments. So if you're going to ask yourself who is going to be the best at capturing culture, then really it boils down to everyone else that you're about to see can help amplify culture. But if you have not got a good story to tell, there is nothing to amplify. And that is why you need PR and great storytelling. So PR moves at the speed of emotion. I want you to remember that PR earns attention, it doesn't buy it. PR turns moments into human stories. And finally, PR doesn't just capture culture, very often we actually create it ourselves. Thank you very much.